Hello everyone, my name is Clark KSJ and I am the owner of Zombies for Charity. And today, we'll be talking about everything in regards to the upcoming main event for Zombies for Charity Ether Runner this year, happening on July 25th at 1 PM EST. You have seen all of our challenges as we did reveal them at the end of the Captain's Draft event for this year's main event, but we have been asked some questions in regards to why we didn't do certain challenges. First one is, why no Rogue Run? We really did want to try and include Rogue Run in some way, shape or form in the main event, but with how the mode currently is as of this current point in time, it would just involve a lot of RNG, and the mode compared to our other challenges in the main event is just a lot slower paced. And on top of that, it would really all depend on if every single team member had unlocked all in-game rewards for Rogue Run. So unfortunately, that is the reason why we did not include Rogue Run this year. We did get asked from a couple of you guys as to why we did not do the Totenreich Easter egg speedrun as one of the main event challenges. Totenreich's Easter egg speedrun was something we did consider, but that would all depend on how the Kowakujo's main Easter egg would go. And with it now being solved, myself and the rest of the Z4C team agreed that Kowakujo should be the main Easter egg speedrun as the final challenge for this year's Z4C, especially with how many steps you could do at once in that Easter egg, and with it being, in our opinion, a more tougher main Easter egg compared to Totenreich. And while you can say we could have definitely done both back to back, we don't like to personally have the same type of challenge back to back, so having two Easter egg speedruns back to back just wouldn't be that fresh in our eyes, despite being on completely different maps. As again, we like to keep the challenges fresh and unique, along with having just a lot of variety. And Totenreich is well known for its side Easter eggs and Wonder Weapon Quest and relics. I'm looking at you, the Wrestling Belt relic. So that is why we made the Totenreich challenge what it is now. Speaking of Kowakujo though, we have made some changes to the Kowakujo challenge following some of our main event team's requests. The first one is that we've changed the time limit from 50 minutes to an hour, so the teams all get 1 hour to complete the Kowakujo main Easter egg quest on Curse Mode. The second is we got rid of the Elemental Exposure Gobblegum to then replace it with Cashback, so within the Gobblegum pool, you can choose any Gobblegum you want from this Gobblegum pool, but instead of Elemental Exposure like we had previously, it is now Cashback. This is a way to help players get ammo back, especially when they're running the Gramophone relic for this challenge, which makes it so they run out of ammo very quickly, so Cashback will be a huge help. The third change is that we removed the Mangler Helmet relic, which makes it so the Arsenal machine is disabled, but on Kowakujo there is a bug right now where the Mangler Helmet relic has made it so you can still use the Arsenal machine for whatever reason, so we thought we would just take that off and allow the teams to freely use the Arsenal machine. The official time for the main event, like our other previous main events within previous years of Zombies for Charity, will be at 1 PM EST, 6 PM BST, and 7 PM CEST on July 25th. Some people did ask why we've got no survival maps as a challenge for Black Ops 7 Zombies, especially how this has been the longest time we've been waiting for survival maps to come back to Call of Duty Zombies. And much like the Rogue Run challenge that we tried to do, survival maps was something else we were trying to do for the main event, but seeing as we're very limited on survival maps, there isn't really that much to do. Like, there's not really an end-game objective on survival maps. Even with, say, Curse Survival, there wouldn't be a lot of end goals to make an outstanding cool challenge for survival maps on BO7, unfortunately. And so unfortunately we came out short, and that is why we did not include a survival map challenge within Zombies for Charity Ether Runner this year. Some people did ask as to why we have some of the challenges on standard instead of not having all the challenges on cursed. We do know that there are some people out there that actually do prefer the modern mechanic systems of Call of Duty Zombies, and while cursed mode isn't a fully fledged classic mode, it does have some classic mechanics in there, like your classic point system and your Storm Pistol and such. So because of some members of the community really preferring modern mechanics over the cursed mechanics, and some members of the community preferring the cursed mechanics over the modern mechanics, we decided to make it so 3 of the challenges, or at least half of the challenges for this year's main event, was on the modern mechanics, and then the last half of the challenges would all be on cursed. This way it just makes things fair for the viewers and the people playing in the main event. A question that has been asked throughout the majority of this year from the players combined to now is, why was Black Ops 7 Zombies not the main game for every other event that happened this year within the Zombies for Charity season? And with every year of Zombies for Charity, for your supporters event, your players combined event, and your captain's draft and such, we will always do a different Call of Duty Zombies game. For example, in this case, Black Ops 7 Zombies is the game for the main event this year, so we did not want to make it so Black Ops 7 was in those other events, so your players, captains, and supporters 4's event. And the reason for this is because it makes it so each event and the whole season of, for instance, this current Z4C unique and still fresh, as it helps us not be super limited when making challenges for other events if we were to have the one same game for every other event. Well, you could say we did do Black Ops 6 Zombies for the main event last year and had Black Ops 6 Zombies back for our supporters showcase event this year. The reason behind that is because Black Ops 6 Zombies during the main event last year, we were only at Season 4 for that game. At that point, we still had Reckoning to come out and some Season 6 content for Black Ops 6 to come out, so that is why we agreed to have Black Ops 6 return for this year as well, as there was some challenges that we could still do in that game as the game was not fully complete at that time. As for why have we done Black Ops 2 Zombies for the Players Combine event this year, it falls under two reasons, and one of them is because Black Ops 2 is a game Zombies for Charity won't do as much, purely due to connection issues on Plutonium, and as much as Plutonium is great keeping you safe from hackers and booters, connected to a friend's game isn't really all that easy. And so if we are to ever do PO2 Zombies in future Z4C events, it will always be a guaranteed solo event, so don't expect Black Ops 2 to be in the main event and a future Zombies for Charity. The second reason is based around our theme, with this year's Zombies for Charity theme being a futuristic type theme, as with Black Ops 7 being mainly set in the future, and with Black Ops 7 being a sequel to Black Ops 2, we thought if there was a good time to bring back Black Ops 2 Zombies into Z4C, as the last time we had it was Z4C 7Cs, that would be probably the best time to bring it back. As for why we done Infinite Warfare Zombies for the Captain's Draft event for this year's Z4C, that also falls under two reasons as well. Much like my second explanation as to why we brought back Black Ops 2 Zombies, Infinite Warfare, the majority of the game anyway, is set in the future. And with our theme for the Z4C this year being set in the future, we thought if there was a good time to add in Infinite Warfare Zombies, now is that time. And the other reason is simply due to the fact that ever since the end of Zombies for Charity 2, the most requested Zombies game to ever be added to a Zombies for Charity official event has been Infinite Warfare Zombies. So no matter what, each Z4C event in the future will always have a different COD Zombies game, as once again it'll keep the seasons of Z4C fresh and unique to each event. With Black Ops 7 Zombies' final map not out yet and Season 6 not out yet for Black Ops 7 Zombies as well, you're probably wondering if Black Ops 7 will return in a future Z4C much like Black Ops 6 did. And all I can say to that is the future of Z4C is about to get bigger and better. Now, for the first time ever in Zombies for Charity history, I want to give a special announcement that we finally have team-based merch for each team taking place in the main event this year for Zombies for Charity Ether Runner. Each team-based merch will have a unique dedicated colour for each team, and of course it will have the different team logos on the front of the shirts. Along with that, there are two variants of each team-based merch. Like I just said there will be the team-based logo on the front of the shirt and nothing on the back, and then another variant of each team-based merch, you will not only have the logo of the team on the front of the shirt, but on the back you will have the name of every single team member on that back. So for instance, Team Mac Attack with Team Captain iMac and then his fellow attackers within his group. You've got Jolt, Crazy Shoot and Godzilla. For Team Heater with Team Captain Frecklestein, and then of course you have his heaters with Zone X, The Legend HJ and Alex TVZ, and the list goes on. The link to Teespring will be linked in the description below, and I do want to give a disclosure that Teespring does take half of the cut of the merch, so only half of the money that is made from the merch will only go straight to the charity. I want to give huge shout outs to our graphic designer from Zombies for Charity the 7Cs, Infinite Vipers, for helping us out with the team based merch this year. As of this current point in time when making this video for everyone, we have raised over $5,400 for this year's Zombies for Charity so far, and that's even before the main event has even started. This is the most amount of money we've ever raised for Zombies for Charity before the main event has begun, and that wouldn't be possible if it weren't for all you amazing donors, supporters, players, captains, so I want to give my big thanks to all of you. But one player in particular played a huge role on us reaching $5,400 for this year's Zombies for Charity, and that player is none other than Mama K. We want to give a huge shout out to Mama K and her community for donating over $4,000 alone during the Players Combine event that happened 2 months ago. It's because of this massive impact, here at Z4C, we want to give thanks, and we've made dedicated Z4C X MPZA merch, which is Mama K's community, on our merch website. We worked with Mama K on this one, and on the front of the shirt, she sent us a zombie hand based logo, and underneath it, on the left, we will have MPZA underneath the logo, and then on the back, you'll have the Zombies for Charity Ether Runner logo for this year's Zombies for Charity in the back. So thank you all so much for the support you guys have shown Zombies for Charity this year, and we cannot wait to see you all for the amazing main event coming up on July 25th at 1 p.m. PM EST, so stay tuned then. Of course, your hosts will be myself and Caleb Ross, so we can't wait to all see the teams play during all the intense challenges, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you all within the next official event for Z4C, being the main event, take place live on our Zombies for Charity YouTube channel, again on July 25th at 1 PM Eastern, 6 PM BST, and 7 PM CEST. Have a good rest of your day, everyone, and we will see you all there for the main event.